One thing that separates the 1% from the 99%. That's the title of this video and or this live. And that's what I believe that Proverbs 2, which is what we're on this week, is about. Um, so let's just get right into it. Let's get right into it. Proverbs 2. Okay. My son, if you accept my words and store up my commands within you, turning your ear to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding. Indeed, if you call out for my insight or call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, and if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. All right. That's from verse 1 all the way to the beginning of verse 6. And I'm going to stop there. And that answered the question of the title if you wasn't paying attention. What separates the 1% from the 99%? What separates the successful from the average? Is desire. Desire. That's it. Video over. No, I'm playing. But for real, the video really could end there. It's all about how bad do you want something? That's what I found in this chapter as I studied through it. And I did a little bit more digging and preparing for this video than I did the past week. But that's what it is. It's desire. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to go after whatever it is? And in this context, we're talking about wisdom. Um, but I think it's applied to many different things. It's not just wisdom. It's being in shape, being healthy, having a good marriage, having good friendships and relationships, being a good father, being good at work, being good to people around you. The what separates the people that are elite at it and the people that are not is desire. How bad you want it. Obviously, if we're going to talk about things like NBA and I mean, there's can't think of the word for it, but there's like if it's the NBA, there's physical attributes and stuff that obviously if you're 5'3", you're probably gonna have a hard time making it into the NBA. Duh. That's not what I'm getting at. But if you're both 6'9", if you take two guys that are 6'9", and one has desire and is hungry as hell to make it out, that's the dude that's gonna beat the guy that's not really that wants it, but I mean doesn't really want it. That's who's gonna win every time. All right. If you guys are new to the live, look, I do a little bit of a Bible study every week. Um, this week we're in Proverbs 2, and I'm eventually going to start doing like reaction videos and stuff like that. But this is just getting me into the habit of doing the lives. So from verse 6, for the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He holds success in store for the upright. He is a shield to those whose walk is blameless. For he guards the course of the just and protects the way of his faithful ones. Then you will understand what is right and just and fair, every good path. I want to stop right there again. Look, because like I said, I did do a little bit of preparation this week. Um, look, I even got notes. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the notes. But anyways, paths, which there's an app if you guys want to take your study into the next level, really helped me this past week. Um, it's called eSword, ESWORD. And in that app, you can see like it'll have highlighted beside a word. So for this, for example, the word here is pass. Um, and beside that word, it will show you the original word used in the original text when the Bible was written. And here, which I didn't write down the Hebrew term, I'll get better at it. Dude, the sun is killing me. I tried getting in front of the light for this video, and this is what it did to me. But anyways, um, pass can mean in this context here, the Hebrew word again, I didn't write it down, but it translates into patterns and cycles. And that's used quite a bit throughout this chapter is paths, your patterns, your cycles. So from that context, I'm going to read that last verse one more time. Verse 9, then you will understand what is right and just and fair, every good path, every good pattern, every good cycle. There's cycles too. And this chapter, I got a lot from it from all the above. Hey, what's up? Hey, But anyways, what I got from it, from the title of this video, what separates the 1% from the 99%, is desire. How bad do you want something? There's cycles too, and there's patterns to being great at something. There's patterns to it. And I think it just all comes down to studying it. Study something, a person that I look up to. Well, I don't know if I look up to, but I get a lot from. I heard him say one time, buddy, we can't play right now, okay? Um, he said that, how am I going to say this? If you want to be successful in a certain field, okay, the fastest way to success is find someone who's already at the level you want to be at. And if they don't want to coach you, that's number one. Number two would be just emulate them. Then when you emulate their cycles and you embody those things, then you will eventually, have what they have. And that's what I got from that verse, because path translates into, from the original text, what that word means. It means cycles, it means patterns, which I thought was pretty neat. Anyways, verse 10. If you guys want to follow along, we're in Proverbs 2. For wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will protect you, and understanding will guard you. Wisdom will save you from the ways of wicked men, from men whose words are perverse, who have left the straight paths to walk in dark ways, who delight in doing wrong and rejoice in the perverseness of evil, whose paths are crooked. There's that word again, whose paths are crooked. If you want to know, dude, and this applies to so many different areas. It's not just for wisdom. Um, which is what the whole book of Proverbs is pretty much about. It's written by Solomon. If you guys don't know, this book of Proverbs written by Solomon, who's supposedly the wisest man who's ever walked the face of the earth. Pretty cool story. If you guys want to read about it, read it. Anyways, uh, I can't even remember what I was saying just then, but oh, we were talking about the past again. Like I said, it keeps bringing that word up, and that word is interpreted, translated, I mean, into cycles and patterns. You can look at the cycles and patterns of any given person. That I think it was Ed Milet that said this. Um, Show me your habits and the people you're around, and I can show you what your life looks like. Um, and this is pretty much saying that here. It brings the past after. It brings that word up after it says an evil person or a good person. But that's what I'm pulling from it, is if you look at, if you're not liking your life in a certain area, look at the pattern that you have. Look at the cycles that you're embodying. Is it good patterns? Is it good cycles? Are you doing the same thing over and over again? And then, yeah, you might feel a little bit convicted. And I'm someone that really struggled with, especially in the past. Um, if I fucked up in any way, and yeah, I just said a cuss word and I'm holding the Bible, I'm talking about the scripture. Yeah, I'm not religious. Okay. Anyways, um, if I fucked up in any certain way, I'd be like, oh, and I'd be all deflated, and then I just want to give up. Um, don't do that, because the good thing about patterns and cycles, no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, no matter how far away from God you are, or far away from whatever thing you're trying to attain, you think you are, if you just change your patterns and cycles, you'll get a different result, which is awesome to me. That's the wisdom that I'm getting from this chapter right here. Okay. Lost where I was at. Verse straight past to walk in dark ways. Verse 14. Who delight in doing wrong and rejoice in the perverseness of evil, whose paths are crooked and who are devious in their ways. That's where we were at. Verse 16. Wisdom will save you also from the adulterous woman, from the wayward woman with her seductive words. And man, right now I wish I would have looked up what woman meant, but I have it on my phone. I don't have it on my laptop. And you got to pay for a different freaking app for the eSword on your laptop, which kind of sucks. Or I'd look it up right now. But I'd venture to say that because when you're reading this and when you don't dig in past the surface level, you would think. Hold on. It's I thought one of y'all commented liking black licorice. Weird, but it was like prompting me to put up a Q&A. Anyway, it feels like what I was saying. It feels like it's reiterating a lot of the same points. Like verse 16, wisdom will save you from the adulterous woman, from the wayward woman with her seductive words. But something I found with digging in with that eSword app is that it's not reiterating the same point. It's different meanings with even the word woman. The word woman might mean something different there. So I encourage you guys, if you're going to study, man, really dig in. Get that eSword app. It's really helped me tremendously, and the more I use it and the more I do this, the better I'll be able to kind of shed some light on what I'm finding from this. Because at the end of the day, you guys, I'm not trying to preach at you. I'm just trying to get comfortable in the camera and doing live, and I just want to study. So if you guys are wanting to study and get closer to God, look, I ain't gonna judge you. I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're gay, trans. I don't care. I don't care what kind of life you've lived, because that's Jesus is. I follow Jesus, and the way He did it is He loved you first, and then through His love came transformation. He didn't ask you to transform and be changed before He loved you. So I'm gonna love you where you're at, and yeah, whatever. Verse 17, who has left the partner of her youth and ignored the covenant she made before God. Surely her house leads down to death, and her paths to the spirits of the dead. None who go to her return or attain the paths of life. There we go. The paths that keeps coming up throughout this whole chapter. And like I said, that translates into the cycles and the patterns, cycles, patterns, cycles, patterns. All right. Verse 20. Thus you will walk in the ways of the good and keep to the paths of the righteous. For the upright will live in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the unfaithful will be torn from it. Which ends the chapter there. That's Proverbs 2. Look, if you guys have any interest in studying the Bible or anything, dude, subscribe, dude. I'd love to have other people that can kind of add to what they got throughout on the live stream. Next week we're going to be doing Proverbs 3. So if you guys are interested in it, subscribe, come back Monday. I usually do it right around 6 p.m. And we'll be talking about Proverbs 3. And I'd love to hear what you guys got from it and sharpen me, because that's all I'm really trying to do with y'all is sharpen you. But dude, the sun right now. Why? I put it on my door the other day. Look, tell me which one looks better. My phone's so hot right now. All right, so I had you on my door. Looking good, bro. Thank you, John the Terrible. But look, I was like, I didn't really like it. And you was watching all the videos and they're like, find good lighting, use a window. So I was like, okay. But this one's got me like all blown out because I'm like in direct sunlight. But I guess it does look a little bit better, but whatever. Um, Look, you guys, next Monday I should have the setup. Um, I don't have a desk or anything, and I'm wanting to do some like reaction videos. Uh, I don't really know what I'm gonna react to other than like, man, I know like I consistently consume either other live streamers videos that they clip and put on YouTube, or like I'm super big into like self-improvement and stuff. So I don't know what I'm gonna react to, but I think I'm gonna react to some stuff like that. If you guys would like to see that, man, subscribe. Come along with your boy. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna start every single live stream with the Bible study. I'm gonna continue to get better at presenting that information to you guys. I appreciate you guys even coming and watching for real. The three people that are in here, like, much love. I love you guys for that. Honestly, I didn't even want to come on here and do it. I've had an absolutely shitty day, if you want the truth. But look, you can't. I can't continue to not upkeep my word, whether it's to 3 people or just myself. I told you guys I'd be here every Monday around this time, and I'm going to continue to do that. And it's going to get better. The live streams are going to get longer. Okay, I want to get to where I'm doing them like 1 to 3 hours. But I'm not trying to preach at you guys, and I definitely don't want my whole live stream to be about a Bible study. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get other things rolling with it, and the setup should be set up for next week around that time. So love you guys. If you guys don't got any questions, I'm gonna dip out of here because my dog is tweaking out right now. Smoking, come here, come here, good boy, good boy. What y'all think? What y'all think? Look at him, man. He glistening. That's a pretty dog. That's a pretty boy. Yeah. But anyways, love y'all. Subscribe, like, do whatever, do all the things that you do on videos. I'll catch y'all next week. We're gonna be on Proverbs 3 for the start of the video, and I'm gonna have some videos that I'm gonna react to. Promise you, that's what I'm gonna do next week. And then we'll keep building and growing and learning how to do this. And yeah, so appreciate y'all. Holla at your boy.